The greatness of the Bhagavad Gita. Hari Om children! Last year on Gita Jayanti, we heard the great story of the first chapter of Gita. This time, we listen to the story of the second chapter of Gita. Bhagwan Narayan narrates this story to Mahalakshmi. Long ago, there was a scholar named Dev Sharma. He used to perform rituals such as Havan and worshipped Devtas and ancestors for many years. Yet, he still did not find the ultimate peace of mind. In his quest for inner tranquility, he wandered in search of a sant who could guide him. One day, a sant appeared and instructed him to go into the forest. There, a shepherd would be sitting and would preach the knowledge and peace of self-realization. Dev Sharma went into the forest and saw a great wonder. Sheep, goats, rabbits, and predators like tigers, lions, and elephants were all sitting peacefully together on the banks of the river. The shepherd, sitting on a rock, gazed up at the sky. His eyes were shining with joy. Dev Sharma bowed to the shepherd and said, Mahatma, a sant has shown me the way to reach this place, and I seek enlightenment. I am amazed to see how all these predators and prey animals are sitting here together, forgetting their enmity. How did you attain enlightenment while tending to your goats? Hearing the words of Brahmin Dev Sharma, the shepherd said, Once upon a time, I was grazing my goats in the forest when suddenly a tiger appeared. Out of fear, I led the herd of goats ahead and hid behind them. Then I saw a goat with no fear go to the tiger and say, Tiger, eat the flesh by taking it away from my body. The tiger said, Goat, I don't know why, but the moment I arrived at this place, all my violent feelings have vanished. Hunger and thirst have also disappeared. That's why I am not willing to eat you now. The goat said, I don't know how I too became fearless. What could be the reason for that? I was watching the entire scene when I was hiding, so my fear also went away. I approached and stood next to them. Just then, we heard a voice coming from above in the tree. A monkey king, sitting on a branch, said, I'm going to share a secret with all of you. In the forest ahead, there is a temple with a shivling established by Brahmaji. A great sant used to do penance there. One day, a guest approached him and said, I worship Bhagwan Shankar with the sole desire of enlightenment. Today, as a result of my devotion, I have encountered a revered sant like you. Please grant me initiation into enlightenment. The Mahatma said, Brahmin, recite the second chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to attain enlightenment. Let that knowledge be absorbed in your mind. Then the Mahatma wrote the second chapter of the Gita on a rock and said, Brahmin, your desire will be fulfilled by this. Saying this, that ascetic disappeared. With surprise, the guest sat there and started reciting the second chapter of the Gita written on the rock. This purified his conscience, and he attained enlightenment. Wherever he went, the hermitage became peaceful. The creatures that lived there were freed from cold, heat, hunger, thirst, fear, worry, sorrow, and despair. The spot where you are standing right now is the same. That is why your anger and fear have also been pacified. Following the advice of the Monkey King, the goat, tiger, and I set out for the temple. There, I saw and read the second chapter of the Gita written on a rock. By reciting it, I got the ultimate fruit of my penance. Therefore, gentlemen, you should also recite the second chapter regularly. By doing so, salvation will not be far from you. Shri Bhagwan says, Dear Lakshmi, then Dev Sharma worshipped that Mahatma and returned to his village and listened to the second chapter of the Gita from the Sant in the temple and meditated upon it. Upon getting preaching from him, he attained salvation. Lakshmi, this is the significance of the second chapter of the Gita. All the children will say loudly, Jai Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan.